you know, permeates throughout the entire house. This is very good because it's very clean, very, very clean. You can smell it almost instantly and very quickly after you've done your meditations and all this sort of jazz. You don't realize you smell it anymore. So you're at home, okay, check this out. You're at home, you've meditated, you're calm, you're clear, you're focused, you've got your nav-ras burning. The olfactory senses have a strong impact on the mind. Think of the last time you had a smell that reminded you of something in your childhood and you're like, bam, suddenly you're there. Well, that same smell, if you have a repeated experience where you're calm, you're focused, everything's good, and you burn some nav-ras, pretty soon that scent gets associated with being calm, collected, and focused. It's kind of a trick for your mind. When you do that, I mean, it's a very, very excellent way for you to kind of trick yourself into, if you, like say one meditation session, you can't really do it or you haven't got time to do it. Well, if you light up some nav-ras, you smell it and you go, oh wow. And your brain will instinctively kind of flip itself back to being more calm and relaxed. A little bit of a brain trick there. Now, some folks don't like essential oils, okay? Maybe you're a smoker, which you should be trying to quit that. But if, you know, for whatever reason you'd rather go with incense, incense is a perfectly good option. Also, incense I've found has a tendency to permeate and stick in fabrics and stuff like that a little bit more. Some folks prefer incense to others. Myself, when I burn incense, I burn Nag Champa. It's the Sai Baba stuff. I don't really agree with the guy's politics, but you know, his incense is pretty good. You know, you can take a couple sticks of incense, burn them in your house. Always burn the same kind of incense. It's not so good to burn multiple different kinds. If you want to try a different kind, burn it for like a week or 2 weeks, unless of course you burn it right away and you think it's crap. Make sure that you have it all in a really good container that you can kind of control where the ashes go. Incense is fairly dangerous stuff. You want to be careful with it because, I mean, this is hot. Candles, of course you got a lot of guards here, won't get in there. So you want to be careful so you don't burn your house down, okay? Disclaimer, disclaimer. Don't light your shit on fire. Now, the same thing we said with the nav-ras is you can't say with your incense. You sit there, you smell it, you're like, wow, suddenly I've got that feeling again. You see what I mean? And you can get yourself more relaxed, more calm, everything is relaxed. And that's great for home, but how do you take that feeling with you when you're on your own? Now, there's a bunch of different ways you can do that. And essential oils are a little bit better than incense for this reason as well. I prefer the essential oils myself. The way I do it is there's lots of things on the market, like little vials. You can throw this in your pocket, and throughout your day, you know, when no one's looking in the office, you just kind of go and then you're fine. You know, everything will be okay after that. But you gotta try to be a little bit more subtle about it, you know, because people get a little weird if they see you huffing, you know, Benzedrine out of a bottle or something. So, the other way you can do it, rather than having to pull a little brown bottle out of your shaving kit, is through something like this. Now, this was made by a really nice hippie who created it. It's a ceramic container which is glazed on one side because essential oils go through ceramics unless they're glazed. So what you do is you take your ceramic container, you get your little eyedropper here, and ooh, I took way too much. Took too much, man. You took too much. Okay. And you just drop a little bit in here like that. Don't waste it. Put it back. Do-do-do-do. And you put your cork on it here. Now that seals this stuff inside the container. And then you can wear this around your neck. Make sure you put the ceramic side on the inside. There's all kinds of different ones that do these. There is no marketable, you know, I can't tell you a location or a website to go to, but this is generally what they do. Sometimes they're little vials. And this one here is neat because it leaks through here all day long. So if you wear it underneath your clothing, it's really nondescript. It gives a nice pleasant odor. It's a natural odor. Oh, as a footnote, make sure that you use natural source essential oils. Any kind of perfume essential oils are garbage. As a matter of fact, they're worse than garbage. Some of them are toxic. So you must be an absolute freak show when it comes to the purity of your essential oils, because otherwise it's ridiculous. Now, when you have your essential oils, you get them all located, that gives you a sense of personal aroma. And I use the nav-ras for everything. I use it as a cologne. I use it as something to rub on your face when you get out of the shower, keep moisturized, all that good, you know, American Psycho stuff. Very handy to have, and as well, olfactory senses. Now, the interesting side effect of using essential oils in that way over incense is when you meet people, because you're a wog and you're focused and you're like, you know, very able to be calm, you want to be a calming influence on other people. And if you have that sort of aroma about you because you're wearing these essential oils, eventually people come up to you and they go, wow, man, you know what, you smell great. You know, like every time I'm hanging out with you, you're always, you know, you're really a relaxed guy. You're just a pleasant guy to be around. And you say, well, that's because I use nav-ras. And they go, what's nav-ras? And you tell them how to make it. You tell them how to make it right then and there. You know, you take, you know, your frankincense, champa, lang-lang, and eucalyptus, and you combine them all together, and, you know, carry it on, and off you go. You know, maybe carry an extra bottle with it, give it to them. That way we can completely destroy the perfume industry, which would be cool, because, you know, well, that would take care of the whole animal testing thing, wouldn't it? That's one way of controlling, through the sense of smell. But of course, when you're out there walking around, the major sense that everybody uses, of course, is the sense of sight. Everyone should own a decent pair of sunglasses. Now, for me, I used a set of these sunglasses here. We've talked about these ones before. If you have prescriptions, you can get an insert for them or get prescription sunglasses. These ones are very inexpensive. These particular ones are ESS ones, which I'm wearing, and they're kind of neat. But it says ESS on it here. Now, with sunglasses, you don't really want to be like drawing over them, putting stickers on your sunglasses. So you can find yourself, there's lots of different solvents on the market, lots of different products you can use to take paint off of things. You put a little bit on there, do. Make sure you test it so you're not going to melt your actual glass to plastic. And just come aboard it a little bit. Yeah, and it's gone. Just like that. And suddenly, you have nameless glasses. Wonderful. No more spam, no more littering. Now these ones here, there's a series of different lenses you get from. You can get the clear ones, you can get the yellow ones, but when you walk around wearing like yellow glasses and things like that with something this drastic, it's a little intimidating for people. It's like broadcasting that you are, in fact, insane. Although they have no right to judge you that way, you want to conceal it a little bit better. You don't want to walk around with the jewelry on the outside. You want to keep it on the inside. No reason to broadcast to people that you have mystical powers imbued by essential oils or crazy sunglasses. So when you're choosing sunglasses, if you can't clean them up, you should get a pair of sunglasses that look pretty nondescript, don't have a logo really apparent on the outside. Take a look at them. Yeah, they look all right. Throw them on. See how they look. This serves two functions. First of all, it affects the way that color appears to you. And because it affects the way the color appears to you, it manipulates the advertising. People are designing advertising very specifically with colors. They spend a lot of time and a lot of effort to do that. If you can suddenly throw a shade on it, all their work is for nothing. You look at billboards and things like that, and all their colors are arranged in such a way, well, you throw a filter over top and all their color scheme is shot, and suddenly you've got a barrier. The secondary barrier to sunglasses, it's very rude to talk to someone generally considered in face-to-face conversation with sunglasses on. Now, why is that? Because you have a degree of separation. If you're wearing sunglasses, people can't see your eyes. The eyes being the gateway to the soul and all the rest of the good stuff. If you keep sunglasses on, it creates a barrier between and them, the safety of behind the lenses. As a good friend of mine in New York said, it's a bullshit filter. You can wear them, get some that don't take away too much light, so you can wear them in low light, high light conditions, and it has a certain disguising features available to it as well. It's always good to have a pair of sunglasses, especially now as the ozone layer decreases as well. So you've got two advantages of this. One, it separates you, making you less, giving you the advantage to other people who they now cannot see your eyes. And two, it has disguise features added to it. You can change up your sunglasses because you always wear the same sunglasses. Then one day you wear these, another day you wear these. You change it up, mix it up, have some fun with it. And don't buy the really, really expensive ones unless you really, really like them and you think there's some sort of quality reason behind that. From sight, we've got sight and smell. Now let's move towards another really huge one. When you listen to the radio, you're listening that sound. And of course, commercials, they're loaded with subliminals on the radio. The radio probably more so than anywhere else. Bells ringing, car horns honking, sirens, alarms clocks going off, phones ringing. All of these are really common on radio commercials. They're so common now that once you're aware of I keep hearing, and we'll be back in a few moments. Ring! And all these bells go off. That's why when you're in Vegas, the slot machines make those god-awful noises. It's all bells. They're all to distract you, to throw you off focus. So how do you get away from that? How do you get past that? Well, again, while you're at home, after you've done all your meditation, stuff like that, you listen to, now, I'm not going to pick a genre. I would advise that people, when they're just starting out, just starting to experiment with this, listen to Baroque music, classical Baroque music. Why? Research has been done that shows that Baroque music affects the mind to make it so you can learn more easily. Keep it as background noise. We're not, doing the thrash metal to Baroque here, okay? And no, Apocalyptica may have some Baroque music, but it is not qualifying as Baroque. Go get some symphonic stuff. It's good for you. A little bit of classical never hurt anybody. If you totally, totally hate it, go find some Baroque music that you don't totally, totally hate, okay? Now from there, how are you listening to this? Because just like the smell from the Navras, you can influence yourself with repetitive tunes. Make some mixtapes, things like